Namaskar and a very good afternoon and welcome everyone to our Aspiring Life Consultants Private Limited YouTube channel. There is a lot of things which is going on for last few days. Actually, this lot of things had started from the time, the date I remember, 18th November 2021 when the first extraordinary gadget came into being. Firstly, what the consultant did, they had to, yes, I'm also a consultant, definitely. But what we all actually did, we all tried to uh, prove ourselves into various directions. Either one was complaining about other consultant, another consultant was trying to proving the student to prove the student they were right or wrong. So there was a huge turmoil, and the only sufferer, I believe, into the entire thing is the student and their parents. Do we realize the career was at stake? The consultant somehow managed, did many shows, lives, because social media after COVID has become the only weapon to reach people, to convince them. So many edited things came into being. Many things were framed to prove that there was no problem in few countries, and the gadget which had come, the extraordinary gadget of 18 November 2021, I'm talking about now, uh, they clearly mentioned that the course of MBBS should be 54 months, and in some countries it is not like that, because we all know to do a course like MBBS, you need to be a science class 12 student and then you can opt for it. If you want to get admission in India, you crack the NEET, you get certain score with that, you do your choice filling sections, your merit wise counseling, and there are students who cannot afford in the private medical colleges of India and they choose MBBS abroad. But MBBS abroad is also not as transparent as it looks like. So let us have some clear picture and points based on that. So what the consultant were doing, they had to prove no, uh, they were all right. There was no problem in certain countries. Everything was crystal clear. People started mixing clerkship with internship with the BS course of Philippines, as it is very normal. But if you really go by think, what does BS course 1.5 years? Why we need a BS course to do MBBS? I don't know. There are several subjects related to it, and to the utter surprise, the students were not destined to go to Philippines without passing the NMAT. They need to take certain coaching classes, you can say, wherein they need to pass. My question is, when we when for example there were so many students who opt to take tuition classes in Kota, Akash or Pathfinder or any other reputed institutions to crack NEET. Do all the students crack the NEET? Do all the students get an opportunity on the same year? Do all the students get admission to MBBS? No. Then there was no question of reputation, but reputation happens because every time students cannot crack. Moreover, so many students enroll themselves every year for this BS courses. Do all the College of Philippines have so much of intake capacities so that the students get admission? So is BS course just an eye wash for the students to say no, you're admitted, but you need to pass? It's I don't think it's very logical to have a course. You can fail in your first prof of MBBS. You can get supplementary in your subjects, but BS course cannot judge our students to study MBBS or not. So this was happening. Students were attracted to the infrastructure, and why students were attracted? Because we consultant designed, and contracted with the colleges in such a manner that it looks very transparent to the student and their parents. So year after year, students started choosing Philippines over other countries, thinking, no, forget about the language issue, forget whether we can touch the patient or not. It was good, and yeah, it was less expensive, so many things were going inside their mind, and they think, okay, BS course we can stay 1.5 years more inside India, being with the family and do the course, and then can, if they crack. This is dicey, and to break all the rules, okay, yesterday the thing has come which is clearly mentioned. If we go to the important advisory on applicability of national medical commissions, clearly known as NMC FMG, they say in this regulation, in the second point, NMC has further clarified that BS and MD courses are two separate degrees in the Philippines, and thus cannot be equated to the MBBS courses in India. So what the course is, this BS course which has been practiced in India in different coaching center in different states of India had nothing to do with the MD courses they are going to actually opt. So it's clearly done. BS course cannot be linked with your MBBS or MD courses as called in Philippines. Secondly, 3A, if you go to the 3A point, the bridging or BS course of 1.5 to 2 years before the MD course will not be included. Why we will even include? It has nothing to do. Do we really need to go for any courses? For example, if you go for LLB course, either you do +2, then you have a 5 years LLB course, or you do graduation, then you have a 2 years or 3 years course of LLB. So here also we have this justification. So all these years students were like, opting for 1.5 to 2 years of bridging course, or you say BS course, which has nothing to do with their actual career MBBS courses. Thirdly, they had mentioned in the 3B, the FMG regulation 2021 are applicable to all those students who set or take admission for the MD courses from the date of publications of these regulations 18 November. So whoever taken admissions this date, 18 November 2021, if you have taken, my dear students, in MD courses, fine, it's absolutely fine. But if you're into BS course, trust me, this is not valid. This is not valid. I'm not going to not making this video to create a panic or anxiety, but this is reality. Let's have this reality. You are not into this course, whether you call it MBBS course or MD courses in Philippines. So now, where are the consultants who were running to prove the entire mass that the gadget, which is extraordinary gadget, was wrong? And there was no problem. There was no problem before 18 November. It is clearly mentioned. So you can say yesterday the things which we got has a very good similarity with the extraordinary gadget published in 18th of November. That means it is a continuation of the same gadget. Still today, what happened when the gadget came, the consultants, they made a contact with the colleges. They designed their program, they changed their program. So my dear students and parents, please take it in your mind, when a consultant run a college, and decide your program, is it valid? The same thing used to happen in China. That the consultant used to design the program. Indian faculty were sent there to teach. We have seen that there is one faculty who was teaching the entire first year courses. So all this needs to be stopped. There should be an end to all this turmoil, all this issues here, I guess. So accordingly, strongly the embassy and NMC and everybody took a very good stride, I believe, in holding the students to be uh, very made clear that BS course, MD course are separate courses. If you have taken your admission before 18 November 2021 and you're in an MD course, that means your course is fine. But if it is a BS course, no, it is not done. It will not be accepted. So, so many tenure you all need to stay in Philippines. There were so many videos of us, if you see, where people are saying, we are giving a wrong information, everything was wrong. So with these things, you can have a very neat and niche clearance that no, it is not like that. The truth is, it should be of 54 months, approx 4.5 years, of course. So if you take BS course, 1.5 to 2 years plus their course, then their internship, and they also add the clerkship in between, is no valid. Plus, when this 18 November gadget came into being, people were only concerned with the 54 months, and people were only concerned about the 54 months. And what they do, the consultant tried to console the student. No, it is being designed now. There will be 54 months program. There will be no problem. and everything is fine, there is no issue. But the parents and students and even the consultant forget to turn the fifth page of the 18th November gadget, where it is written very clearly on the point 2 schedule 1 see regulation 4 point 2 eligibility for primary medical qualification in the country outside India. 2b, they mentioned should have been completed internship of 12 months in addition to search code referred, and they also clearly mentioned which are the subjects which should be there. Is all these subjects present in Philippines? Is it is mentioned that there should be a mandatory BS course or like any entrance exam to get your admission? It was not mentioned, but students' parents failed to justify it because they were already the students who were there could not come back. The parents were in soup. They had to believe what the consultant or what the scenario designed to prove, that no, it is all right, everything. But from yesterday, I think everybody has been shaken. Everybody had taken now a strong decision whether to choose this country. We are not here, neither I'm interested to demean any country or any consultant here, because I myself is a consultant. But yes, this we had already made so much videos on this BS course, and it's actually how whether the importance of this BS course in Philippines or not. So with yesterday's thing, I think every parent and student is very clear now what is right and what is wrong. We cannot design an MBBS as a consultant. We are not authorized, or we should not actually design any course, any curriculum for your particular country or things. That is so important to us. So when people write for 54 months, it was all now clear whether Philippines should complete or not. They did not see the subjects. But yesterday, since yesterday, how many of you, be honest to yourself, can you clarify the point that in 18th November 2021, whether have you really taken admission for your MD course or your BS course? Again, anything can change. But if we sit by yesterday's this gadget, this new rule, we are very clear that to have an MBBS course, to start this, you don't have to do any entrance courses like BS course or any other, to give an NMAT course. So why, when you fail in an NMAT course, do you realize you're wasting again 1.5 to 2 years of your life? I don't know why student was so desperate to choose the country only because of its affordability, or what was actually the sole reason, what was the justification? There was actually no justification. When things were promoted was in such a way it was promoted, students, and so many students will be in trouble now. Now you see, the same consultant are giving continuous ad to change or to do an university change or to opt for a different, all these things, but ultimately who will suffer? The students are going to suffer a lot and the parents will be in soon. But if you would have actually followed the FAQ, if you could just read the FAQ of the Indian Embassy of Philippines, if you can read what they're saying, if you could do a better research, things would have been in a better place. Things would really have been in a better place. You could have actually compare and contrast between different countries. I don't know why parents or students did not do a comparative study with one country with the another to prove whether these countries are offering the same subjects, whether the language is in thing. Everything was so designed from the hostel to the canteen to everything. But what was not designed? The tenure of the course in Philippines and the flexibility of the students and their future was not designed, because that cannot be designed. So how will you go? So students, you are requested to please go by the 20th February 2022 these points and be very clear what had been mentioned. You might have doubts, you might have questions. So for all these questions, we are here to answer you in the below following numbers. Do contact us, do WhatsApp us. We are not saying we are, selling in a particular country. We are now going to just give some guidance to you, because here the guidance is required at this stage. After this gadget had come, after this current scenario had fallen, and I know many students are already studying BA sports now in somewhere in some states of India. But please don't fool yourself, because now remember it had already been published. Things might change. A new circular might come, but now what you have, work on that. That is very important. Now take this as Bible, that this is your Bible. It has come, and you need to follow this for smooth running. So one thing, BS course has nothing to do with your MBBS course. If you've taken admission in Philippines with the hope that you're going to study your MBBS or MD course as they suggest there in Philippines, that BS course and enrollment examination is important, please. It is not. Thirdly, check the subjects taught there, whether it is mentioned in their website or not. Which date have you taken admission to this? So if you have just deciding to go to Philippines for your MBBS degree and not taking the already the drastic step of opting yourself for BS course, hold yourself there. And we always here to guide you. For any points, anything, you can please contact the Indian Embassy of Philippines. You contact NMC. You can directly call NMC for your clarifications. If you think no, what I'm saying you is again to design, because as all know, aspiring life, the main forte of aspiring life is MBBS in Bangladesh. So they are telling no, we are talking with facts and figures and with all the relevant documents and edited documents we are talking. But for your satisfaction, make a call to NNC. So till now, I come to the end of this show today. Every day, as I say, to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Since we all know there is a war which is going, let us all pray together instead. Today, I will not ask you to share, like, or subscribe our channel, which you all always do. Today, I will request you to pray for all these citizens, all even the students who are stuck in Ukraine, so that they reach India to their home, family, and to their motherland. Let's all have to pray for them. Let's pray. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Have a good day.